Hey folks, it's Chris Gordon back with you, and here it is, part 7 of the pentatonic combo ideas using that line we started with weeks and weeks ago. Today I'm going to be talking about position 5, which is going to borrow back from position 1, uh, bringing the entire fretboard together. And the way I did this, I'm actually demonstrating this in both octaves just to re-emphasize the idea of covering the whole fretboard, right? So let's check it out. I'm going to do this over E Phrygian to start, and then we'll try it over A Phrygian as well, because I'm going to be extracting A minor pentatonics, in this case, from 2 different parental keys. Let's check it out. All right, so that was over E Phrygian. Let's have another go, and this time I'm going to do this over an A Phrygian jam. Let's check it out. All right, so there it was over 2 different modalities, the same mode, both Phrygian modes, but 2 different keys. So where I got the A minor pentatonic over the E Phrygian mode was the E Phrygian mode is the 3rd mode of C major. So that's connected completely to what we did last week, where I used the A minor pentatonic from the 6th mode of C major, the relative minor. So in the key of C, I have A minor, I have a D minor, and an E minor pentatonic. The E minor representing technically the Phrygian mode, or where it was extracted from. The A minor pentatonic over the E Phrygian, and everything. As well as in the A Phrygian, which is the 3rd mode of the parental key of F, I again extracted the A minor pentatonic from the A Phrygian. So position 5 of A minor pentatonic. And I'm going to do these examples up here, but again, remember, practice them an octave below too. It's very important to cover the fretboard, so make sure you're doing it down here as well. Plus, it's great for the fretting hand, for the stretchy bits. So to continue, I guess, congruently up the way we have been, it starts here on G, which is my flat 7 to an A harmony. A, my root, so that's G to A. The next string, C to D, which is my flat 3rd to my 4. Then the next string is E to G. The shape changes a little bit there. Okay, so that E is the 5, back to the flat 7. I'm going to keep that same shape for the next string. A, my root, C, my flat 3rd. Moving on to the next string, this B string, I have a D, so I'm back on my 15. A D to E, which is again my 4 to 5. Same shape on the first string, G to A again, just like it was on the 6th string. Position 5. I'll be borrowing from position 1, an octave higher from where we started all of these shenanigans weeks ago, and that's going to be here, A in the 17th position, or 17th fret, A, flat 3rd, which is C, then we have D, E, 4 to 5, flat 7, root. You'll recognize the shape, it's the same as the first one, just up an octave higher. C to D, E, G, A, C. Okay, so those are 2 patterns here. And here is the breakdown of the actual line that I'll be playing over both of those progressions. Here we go. We start on D, up to E, G, A, reaching to C. I'm using the 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 finger. And I'm using that because just the convenience of that reach. It's going to change up pretty soon, but I come back. Right after I come off that 2nd string, that 3rd finger, that ring finger, is going to kick in, and I'm going to go 3rd finger to 1st from the C to the A. Okay, and the same thing on the next string. So it's like this. Coming back up to that 3rd, index, middle, pinky. All right. One more time. And this is going to be pretty much the last of the 1, 2, 4 action, because as I come back, 3, 1, 3, 1, reascending, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. So that E, G, A, C, D is going to get the 1, 3, 4 action. So right there between the 2nd and the 3rd string is when things start to switch up finger-wise. Right, now I'm going to come down even further. I'm going to stay with the 3-1 action. Again, completely up to you, but I'm staying there. That way, when I do the E, G, and A here, I can keep that 1, 3, 4. Coming all the way back down. Again, 3, 1. Coming back up, 1, 3, 4 again. Now you can opt for the 1, 2, 4 if you want. It's up to you, but it just seems easier this way for me. And I tend to be resolving this particular sequence on the root, on A. It just seems to feel right for me or sound right for me. I'm using a combination. I mean, sometimes I'll practice this straight picking, you know. If I want that kind of sound, or, you know, I mix it up, maybe a little legato. I'll be getting into that in the bonus video. There's a ton of ideas that I've been experimenting with over the past couple of weeks of combining these positions and doing some pretty interesting string skipping ideas too, which I'll be sharing later. But let's get through this. Okay. So as I was doing in the beginning of the video, I was playing over 2 different keys, both Phrygian though, using the E Phrygian sound, which is a pretty obvious choice. I like that idea because even though I could have used the E minor pentatonic, I chose to go with the A minor over that sound. And I'm going to break this down. This is going to be a little more detailed than the other ones because, well, some of it is going to be repetitive because you'll recognize the discussion. So over the E, that D is the flat 7, the E here is the root. Over the E tonality now, right? That G is the flat 3rd, that A is the 4, and the C is the flat 6. Right? Now, if that was to happen, and that E shifts to F, as it does in a Phrygian progression, right? So it's going from an E minor essentially to an F major. It's the minor 3rd to the 4 in the key of C, but the gravity is E. It's very minor. Right? Okay? So keep that in mind as you're practicing this and listening to how it's relating. Because the harmony, though diatonic, the relationship of the line that you're playing actually changes automatically because the harmony is changing underneath. So that's part of what gives it its kind of, I don't know, harmonic magic, if you will. Right? So, and of course that's going to continue down, right, over that line. So for now, just for our sake, I'm going to relate all of this to E minor. So we have the D flat 7 root, the G, okay, is the minor third, the A fourth, and the C is the flat 6. Coming down, there's that A again, which is our fourth. Coming back up, there's the G, which is the minor third, the E, which is our root, and then we have the D, which is our flat 7. Coming down to a C, okay, which is our flat 6 again. There's our A, which is our fourth, and then coming down to a G, which is our flat third. And of course, you can resolve that wherever you feel that you want to. Okay, in that pattern. One more. Okay, so I also chose to play this over A Phrygian, which this isn't going to be any different than the last installment of this, where the line is relating to basically A minor. And if you wanted to analyze it, because again, now if we're in A Phrygian, now my progression is A minor to B flat major, which is the 3 chord to the 4 in the parental key of F, though F has nothing to do with what we're playing. A minor is our gravity. Okay. So as I discussed last week, how any of the lines in this A minor pentatonic are going to relate to A minor. And of course, we also talked about how it relates to B flat Lydian rather, and it's going to be the same thing. So I would be redundant to go into that, but it's a really nice sound over A Phrygian as well, the A minor pentatonic. Though I don't really kind of take advantage of the Phrygian sound in that, the flat 2 or the flat 9, which I could take advantage of. I could do that if I was to play a G minor pentatonic over this. I'll get into that another time. It's fun. I'll show you what I mean. There I'm emphasizing the flat 9 of A. I'll talk about that another time. So here is the line over A Phrygian again. And I really like that sound, even though I'm not really driving home that Phrygian sound, if you would. But I like it. It's a nice kind of rock feel. I really enjoy it. So there you have it. So before I go, I want to talk about building a Phrygian chord progression. Even though here I've talked about it a little bit with the backing tracks, where if you just take a minor third to the minor 3 chord to a 4 chord in any parental key, you're going to have a Phrygian sound. Okay, so going back to the modal chord progressions that we've been talking about in the other episodes, let me show you. We'll do this. I'll do it in both. Why not? So A Phrygian, I'm going to start there because that's where we just left off. A Phrygian is the third mode of F major. So my parental key is F. What is my 4 chord of F? B flat. What is my 5 chord of F? C. Major triads, right? So I'm going to take the root of the mode that I'm choosing, which is A Phrygian, the root A, and I'm going to put that like that sound because it's Phrygian without being super obvious, you know, the typical. So, to me, it's a little bit more. There's the minor pentatonic. Melodies to be had for days there. Okay, so over in E Phrygian, I'm going to take the same approach. My parental key is C. Okay, my 4 chord is F in the key of C, and my 5 chord is G. But I'm going to use E, which is the root of the mode, as my gravity, my bass tone. Check this out. Let's try it with a nice clean tone. Check this out. Maybe even throw an E minor. Try it over top there. All right. And there I have. There's a Phrygian progression in E Phrygian. I just wanted to share that with you too. So there you have it. All 5 positions connected. I hope you're practicing those and having a good time and finding some ideas of your own and creating your own vibe with them. I have a bonus video coming where I'm going to be talking about some sequencing these across the fretboard. I got some string skipping ideas that this has opened up ideas for me as well. And any questions or any ideas that I've maybe missed on this or things that you want me to address, hit me up, put it in the comment section below. Feel free to email me. At the end of the video is my email address. Or hit me up on social media, wherever, YouTube, wherever. Hit me up. Hope everyone's having a great day. And cheers, my friends. And thanks so much for your support and hanging in there with me while I post this craziness. Have a great day.